All right, so today you are learning about the artist who sculpted at the Sugar Sand Festival, and we discussed their artwork using artful thinking so that you can design your own sandcastle artwork using value. Remember the difference between light, medium, and dark, the value, line, shape, and texture. You can see that texture in that sand. And your piece should have an emphasis, the main idea of a sandcastle with a feeling of unity. That means that it all works together. So it's up to you how you want to design your sandcastle, but you need to, one, make sure it's the emphasis, so fill your space, make it the most important thing. Two, you need to have value. That's the difference between light, medium, and dark. So you can see here, like the sand is really dark, but up here it's lighter. Here's like a medium, or like value up here in the sky. You can see that it gets from like dark to medium to light. All right. And then you need to make sure that you have some shapes in there. We'll get to the color theory a little bit later when we're ready for coloring, but for today it's going to be a sketch day. All right, so I'm going to show you how to sketch this sandcastle in particular, but remember, you're designing your own. If you want to follow step by step with me, you are more than welcome, but I also wouldn't mind if you created your own. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my door for my sandcastle. Like the sugars, and I'm using a marker. Please use your pencil first so that you can sketch and erase if you make a mistake. But I'm just going to start with like a letter upside down U, or like a letter rainbow shape. Okay. Now, with most castles, we're going to build some walls. So remember, these can be bumpy and lumpy because they're made out of sand. The line should not be perfectly straight. If they were perfectly straight, they'd be a building. But we're going to draw a line up. And then down, almost like a rectangle. Same thing, go over, up, over, down. Then I'm going to go up a little higher. Make this part a little bit more important. Okay. And then same thing, you're going to make some of these shapes. I like my things to have symmetry. That's just, my personality. But like I said, this is your own sandcastle, so go ahead and create it the way you want to. But I'm going to make mine kind of the same on both sides. All right, on the top, I'm going to add some more rectangle. And I'm just going to add a little triangle shape. Behind, I'm going to add another triangle. And another triangle. And I'm leaving these open at the bottom because I kind of want to add some details in there. Then I'm going to add some more of these shapes. Kind of make it really stand out. So it's really up to you how you want to make your sandcastle. Just go down. Good job. All right, and then to make some seashells, I'll show you some different ways to make some seashells. So this horizontal line, you can go in, and then make like a rainbow or that same U shape, and then just make some lines in there. All right, I'm gonna add some details up here. I'm gonna make another seashell. Same thing. And I'm gonna put some like if you would find like some rocks at the beach, maybe I'll make little seashells. Once again, none of this needs to be perfect. We're just trying to create your own designed sandcastle with some emphasis. I'm gonna put flags on mine. I'm gonna add some of that detail. And then last but not least, I want to add that background. So I'm going to make a straight line for the horizon line. Your horizon line. And then I'm going to make some clouds. So that way I can add that texture in there. I'm going to make some more seashells down here. Really up to you how you want to design it. And then the last thing I'm going to do before I start my coloring and shading is I'm going to add some texture. Remember, to add that texture, you can add what we call a stippling effect. That is, because this is all made out of sand, stippling, you get your marker, and you're going to add just some dots on the sand parts. You don't have to fill up the whole thing. I'm going to actually make this look like it's kind of going into the sand. But you can add some stippling throughout your picture in certain areas to make it look like it's sand. So remember, you can just add those little dots for your sand. Okay. And then this will be your ocean. So if you want to add some waves. And then the last step before you're done is start coloring. We need to sign your name. You can sign it on the front or the back. And then go ahead and we're going to practice coloring with those different colored pencil techniques for the value.